Okay, so I've been on dating apps for a really long time, like 3 years. And I will say it's better to meet in person. It's better to meet in person. It's better to meet in person. Please meet someone in person. Because at the end of the day, all the people on there, especially the opposite sex, whoever you identify as, and I'm saying men, especially them, they are on there as a way to get access to your body. They're not on there to date. They're not on there to pretend to date. They just want to know where you live, if you're close to them. They'll send you like a little picture of their patio or whatever if they have like a good sunset or something. I don't know. That's as much effort they'll put in because they look at you as a body. They look at you for validation for them. They'll mistreat you and they'll be mean because it's not about you, it's about them. It's always about them. It attracts a lot of sociopaths, a lot of narcissists. Narcissists are on the sociopathic scale because they don't have any empathy. So to them, they're like, oh, yes, I can get this age and this age. It means that my mortality isn't here yet. I can still pretend. That's how sad it is. The bar is so low. So it's not you. It's not you. It's them. They only think about themselves. That's all they care about. They're on there to see how long they can get you talking for. They want to pretend. They want it fast. So fast. So please don't give it to them. It's not worth it. It's better to just go to the library, go to a coffee shop, anywhere, and then, you can meet someone. It's just better organically. And you want to go to the place that has the people that you're looking for. Okay? So you want to go to a nicer coffee shop if you're looking for people that are well off or meet a certain criteria. Of course, I hope everybody wants to be their best selves. Also, on dating apps, the other problem is people, their whole identity is just being in a relationship. Their whole identity is a relationship. And you want to stay away from that because that is desperation. That is desperation. That is desperation. Say it with me. It is desperation. A relationship is an add-on. It adds to your life. It adds something. But with or without that person, you are complete. You are a beautiful soul. You are complete. You don't need anybody. And no one should convince you that you need them. Recently, I was on a call with a doctor and he was rude, so I blocked him. Red flag right there. He had another number and texted me from that second number. That is a red flag. That means he's used to being inappropriate and rude. He's trying to use his status to win over bodies. That's it. He doesn't care how he acts. And I wanted to see because I have been celibate for a while now, and I just wanted to see if I gave someone a chance. I gave someone a chance. Don't ever do that again. It was the worst experience of my life. He continued to call me crazy if I didn't agree with him. And I was like, it's not crazy. Everyone's on a scale of extremes or not extremes, but nothing's normal. Just because I disagree with you doesn't make me crazy. I just have vocabulary. So this person didn't have vocabulary. This person didn't have emotional intelligence, how to control himself while talking to someone. So if someone is someone is rude and already calling you names and you haven't met them in person, this is when you have to remember that you could just hang up and leave. I did it because I need material for my channel and I need material for my Substack so I can write about this because a lot of people don't notice. But people do this. They know what they're doing. They're being rude to you and they're trying to get away from it. They're trying to get away with it, not from it. And they want to control you. So it's not about attraction. It's just about controlling you. Men who try to dominate the conversation, who talk over you, and women. Because on dating apps too, just to make a little left turn here, a lot of the women on there are predatory. And I want to say it's sex trafficking in a sense because they're trying to pretend to be bi, pretend to be gay, because they don't want their husbands to cheat, so they're trying to get threesomes. That's what they're trying to do. And it's just so disappointing. And so it is not you. If you're there and you're feeling sad and you're feeling like, I'm never going to be with anybody, good. Be with no one. Be with yourself. Have standards. Have boundaries. Time is infinite, okay? You can find, like, my mother's friend is, well, actually it's my aunt. I was going to say my mom's friend. I guess they're friends, but yeah. She is remarrying at 60 and the guy is a millionaire. So, I mean, you have infinite amount of time. At the end of the day, people want to spend time with people that make them feel good, that make them happy and smiling and not sad and confused. If anyone ever makes you feel confused, that means that they don't like you. Another thing about what I learned is that if someone has time to talk to you, if someone's talking to you for 2 hours before even meeting you, they're trying to manipulate you, trying to make you feel like you owe them so that you'll go out with them, so that you'll sleep with them. You want to take your time. How you meet someone, honestly, is just going outside. I mean, I go outside and I don't talk to people, so that's probably why, I'm not with anyone right now. But at the end of the day, if someone is calling you names, is being rude, and trying to push you into something that you don't want to do, you need to get away from that person. You just need to run away from that person, because I promise you, babe, that you feel so much better. Another cringy thing that he did was he called me babe. So he's trying to fake intimacy, create false intimacy. So this is how you know that they're all for themselves. They're trying to they don't have true empathy. So sociopaths and narcissists will try to create a semblance of it. And how you know that it's fake and not genuine is that it feels forced. It feels wrong. You have to go with your gut. It feels like, because I was like, why are you calling me babe? We haven't met in person. That's so desperate. And it's not flattery. Like, I call babe because, like, this is my channel, so I want it to be personal. I want to connect with you. But when you're in an intimate relationship, you don't want someone to talk to you for hours, or have dates that go on for hours, by the way. They're just putting in the time and saying the right things, but there's not a true intention behind it. So again, calling you babe on the third day, you really need to listen when you talk to people. And don't meet them right away, because they could be a dangerous person. And I understand that everyone's busy and they're like, oh, dating apps will save me time and energy. At this point, I don't think it'll save anyone time or energy. I'm going to be honest with you. I really believe that at the end of the day, it's hard to stay optimistic as a woman, because men don't understand the difference between lust and a relationship and true attraction, true how to be a partner. If they can't be a partner to themselves, also red flag, their job means nothing, okay? If people are only respectful when they're paid to be respectful, and then they take it out on their loved ones, that's when you need to run away as well, because they will drain you of energy. They will drain it, and they will take. Because they don't have emotions themselves, or they do, but they ignore it. And you want to save yourself. No one's going to save you, unfortunately. And you don't want to be Barbara the Builder, like Bob the Builder. Anyone who says, I want to build with you, get away from them. Okay? Because they just want to take you for everything you have, learn all that from you, so you're left a shell, and then take that and use it on the next victim. I really, truly believe that dating apps are for people who have social issues, social problems. In real life, everything's a dating app. Gaming, Fortnite, you can meet anyone, anywhere, okay? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Anyone can DM you, and you can meet them that way if you have the same interests. You shouldn't force something either. But if you are going to go into dating and be like, hey, I'm mature and I can handle being ghosted, or I can handle negative feelings, and you're okay just having fun and being free and doing whatever you want with your body, that's okay too, as long as you can emotionally handle it. Because you don't want to be dealing with these very dangerous people. I know people say energy vampires, but that's not what's really happening. What's happening is that they're trying to create empathy, of which they will never have. So narcissists and sociopathic people, they can imitate, like they can cry, but it's really for themselves. It's not for you. It's for them. Everything is for them. So empathy is trying to have a connection with someone else and feeling what someone else is feeling. They will never sit there and be self-aware, because if they're self-aware, they can't hide the pain and the emptiness that they suffer from. So they're trying to use you as a vessel for their sadness. You are a distraction to their life. And there are good people that are single. There are good men and women that are single. And they're out there and they're nice. But it's very hard to find people who are, A, single doesn't mean loneliness. Okay? You can be single and not lonely. You can be alone and not lonely. It doesn't mean any of that. What it means is that you're perfectly okay with yourself. You're comfortable being by yourself, entertaining yourself. And having a relationship will just bring more happiness. Happiness. Okay? Not sadness. Okay? If you're always frowning, no, get out of there. By the way, this is Jackie Gonzales. Talk to Jax. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, turn on those notifications. But yes, it's going to be Valentine's Day. I understand the feeling of wanting to be with someone. But please, especially where I live in Miami, it's really scary. Men seem to not really want to date. For me, I was talking with my mom the other day and I'm just like, dating is dead. There is no dating. It is the end of an era. It is the end of a century. I think it started declining about 2005-ish. When the economy was booming, people were okay with dating, going to movies, spending money, and going out. Now, it's a blessing in disguise. You can see who is actually interested and who isn't, and this is how you do it. People who just want to use you, they will say, oh, well, I mean, if I take you out to dinner, are you going to come over? See what I mean? But they're not going to say it like that. What they're going to do is they're going to go, oh, but if I bought you flowers, so, do you want to see my apartment? Or what's in it for me? What do you bring to the table? What they're trying to say is, if I spend this money, will you get into bed with me? That's it. And their whole goal in life is just, I guess, getting as many bodies as they can until they perish. They're not here on this planet to bring any joy and love into your life, any genuine reaction. They're there to destroy it. Because when you're a person with empathy and love, you're not going to be happy with someone that can't do that. That can't empathize. Oh, hey, babe, I'm having a really bad day. Well, what's that got to do with me? See what I mean? These people will tell you who they are if you listen. I was sad when that guy didn't call me back, but I was sad because I've been through trauma and someone being mean to me seems familiar. And your brain will trick you into believing something is familiar, so it equals safe. That's how trauma gives you brain damage. Or if you're raised up in a family with an environment that is hostile, you associate criticism and negative energy with safety and happiness and love, when that's not what it is at all. Love is when you can be vulnerable with someone and they're not going to say you're crazy, you're not normal for thinking that. Or they're not going to go off at you or yell at you, because why would they risk losing you? And they're not going to say, oh, sorry, I was just stressed from work. You are not a punching bag. You are a person. You are a being. You are so much more than how you look. You are so much more than how other people think that you are. People can think whatever they want. It's projection. But you know at the end of the day who you are. You have an identity. You are a person. You are valuable. You need to be strong. You need to be resilient. And how you heal from trauma is by telling your brain, no, we don't do that anymore. As soon as someone disrespects you, you should be disgusted and walk away, because you want to have love in your life. You want positive interactions to train your brain how much better it is, how much more normal it is to just, no stress, I'm not saying that relationships don't have stress, but I am saying that just because you're trauma bonded, you went through trauma and you recognize it, doesn't mean that you should help that person because it'll be toxic to you. doesn't mean that you should follow that trauma. Familiar doesn't equal safe. Familiar doesn't equal safe. Familiar doesn't equal safe. Familiar doesn't equal safe. Safe is not familiarity. Safe is not familiarity. You want to surround yourself with something. It may feel uncomfortable and weird at first, retraining your brain to be around self-respect and happiness, but really this is for your health. Every time someone disrespects you or is rude and you tolerate it, you're training your body and your brain to accept that mistreatment. And then it's going to build up plaque. It's going to manifest as an actual heart attack. It's going to manifest as frown lines. It's going to manifest as bad skin and acne. It's going to manifest as bad hair. And yes, sometimes I'm conscious of my hair because I have severe Crohn's, but I've been taking these hair pills, which I want to share with you. I'm gonna get it. 1 second. Let me actually no, because if I get it, then I have to get up. That's fine. I'm bad at editing, so this will be just 1 second. So these are the hair pills that I use, and they are $60, and it's Viviscal Pro, Advanced Hair Health, Professional Strength. My hemoglobin is a 15. Okay, it's a 15 thanks to this. And my hair is so much better. I used to be completely bald and it's growing. I mean, I still have some hair issues, but it's all growing back. So this is a lot better than it was. A lot better. It was like completely gone. So I recommend these supplements. BB Scalp Pro, Professional Strength. You can find them on Amazon or at your dermatologist's office, or at a med spa. I like med spas, so that's how I found it, the dermatologist, and Viviscal Pro. Your hair will grow back stronger and better, and I bleach my hair, and it's just it's beautiful. I love it. So, yes, you want to try that. But what I'm trying to say is that stress will take away from your beauty, not add to it. Why? You accept the treatment that you believe that you deserve. You accept the treatment that you believe you deserve. So if you're accepting mistreatment, what you're accepting is, hey, I'm trash. I deserve to be treated like trash. Instead of, hey, I'm an angel. I'm a princess. I'm a queen. We don't live in hell. We don't live to be a punching bag, to be hit and bruised. And did you know that when people say mean things, it's just as bad as being physically punched or physically slapped or physically hurt, and it endures much longer because your brain is great at adapting, but it is a difficult road. So when you eliminate someone, they can make you feel bad for a second. It can make you doubt your decision to get them out of your life by saying, oh, it's just this or that, or you can't be so choosy. You can't be so choosy. Choose me. No one's perfect, etc. But honestly, you really need to protect yourself. You really need to protect yourself. No one else is going to protect you. No one else can protect you from yourself. And you don't want to be sitting here like me, having low self-esteem. My self-esteem is better now that I have more self-respect. But when I was engaged, I was with the wrong person. And it took me many years to get to this point where I'm like, hey, if you're treating me that way, you can go kick rocks without me. So you don't want to be sitting here with someone else's voice in your head and it's destroying you. You want to be youthful, happy, loved. And I say youthful because I know everyone's scared of getting old and losing their looks and dying. So if I say that, I feel like you guys will listen more, but I should say it in a way that basically you want to be lighthearted. You don't want to have your DNA get ruined and your mental stability get ruined. So then you're completely dependent on this person because you let in the wrong person. That's why I really love contes de fées, fairy tales, like Little Red Riding Hood, because she wasn't aware of the wolf. She wasn't aware that the wolf was right there. And he ate her. And thank God someone saved her, but after that, she was traumatized. And I know Little Red Riding Hood is actually about menstrual cycles and not getting SA'd in the forest, because back then, if you lost your womanhood, you couldn't get married, and your whole life depended on that. And that's the thing too. If you look at history, years and years, for hundreds of years, it's been very male dominated. We're now living in a society where women can be independent and make their own money, get degrees, get education. I have 3 degrees. Moi, je parle 2 langues. I speak 2 languages. Je suis en train d'apprendre une 3e. So I'm learning a 3rd. And, parce que, en fait, je parle français, anglais, et j'apprends espagnol. So I speak English, French fluently, couramment. And I'm learning Spanish. J'apprends espagnol. And it's wonderful. You can make your own money. You don't need to rely on someone. You don't need someone to open your bank account for you, like our mothers did or our great-grandmothers did. But it takes a while for the internet, for society to move on, to adapt to a new way of being. And I understand that you guys get tired of having walls up, but isn't it better to be self-loved? Because we don't know how to reverse brain damage. It's 2025, but we don't know how to reverse it. We know how to get there, and there are pills, but do you really want to be taking antidepressants? Because antidepressants in the long term cause brain damage. I guess what I'm trying to say is that you have to have enough self-love and boundaries to survive and to keep going. You can't let someone harm you. Everything in this life costs something. I was telling my mom this the other day. Everything in this life costs mental, physical, and emotionally, and spiritually. You don't want to waste your time thinking about how you got revenge. Like, I could be angry right now that I liked this guy. I also date women, and I feel like I should say that because of this administration. But the dating apps with women, my game's not that good. But basically, I was dating this guy, and I seemed to like him. We seemed to have the same goals. And then he ghosted me. And then he has said, hey, how have you been? After 2 months. So you don't want to sit there and think, wow, that person really thought of me as nothing, as unimportant, that my feelings weren't even considered. And I did say that ghosting is okay. And what I mean by that, ghosting is okay, but just don't ever go back. That's what I mean. Like, once you ghost, don't go back. Don't text them, nothing. Okay? Because once you ghost, it is a permanent decision. You cannot turn back time, just like you can't turn back the feelings that someone went through. Ghosting is walking away. And walking away, what does that mean? It means closing a door. Ghosting is closing a door. You cannot go back and reopen that door. That opportunity is gone. So when I speak about ghosting, let me be very clear. I'm talking about once you walk out of my life, you have made that decision that you are not dependable. Or if I walk out of your life, I am telling you I'm not dependable. Don't depend on me. I will never be there. So I will not ghost someone I ghosted. Sorry. I will not text someone that I ghosted. I will not text someone that I ghosted because it's cruel and it's not taking their feelings into consideration. And life is in yes and no's. Life is in absolutes sometimes. Unfortunately, we're living in an era that is unprecedented. There has been nothing like this ever. So we're the first ones. They're going to be studying us probably 100 years from now. Because if you look, the Stone Age, the Iron Age, the Industrial Age, you know, there was some precedent for people to look back because the life didn't change that fast. You know, there's still the wheel and stones, but now we're going into 5D, you know, there's augmented reality. We're communicating and talking like this. You know, the internet, we've added a fifth dimension. I just got my nails done, so I like to do this. But we added a 5th dimension. and that is the internet. Okay, there's filters and Pokemon all around me. We're communicating all the time. So this is the future now. It'll probably be like this for another 500 years until, I guess, AI takes over permanently, or we create a system where we could choose either, like that Black Mirror episode, we could choose either to die naturally or to be uploaded into the cloud. I want everyone to protect themselves and not make the mistakes that I did. So I just want you to know it's not you. It is not you. And you deserve so much. Just do the gym, work out, shop, spend time with your dog or your family or your cat or your exotic animal. Do what makes you feel good and stay that way. And if you meet someone, you meet someone, but they're not your whole life. Okay? Really listen to what they say and speak. Words have power. Words have power. This is Talk to Jax. Please subscribe, comment, like, share, turn on those notifications. I'll be talking to you again very soon. Thank you so much. I'm so happy with the 15 subscribers. I cannot wait to make it to 50 and then 100 and 100,000. So I'm here, you're here, and that's all we need. Connection and healthiness and wellness.